Heritage Sports. As you can tell, the Michael Irvin Marriott video is finally out. It's been released in its total. We have at the end of this video Michael Irvin's attorney Levi McCathern. He's going to be walking through the events as he sees them, as Michael sees them as his client. At the end of this video, I just want to give my own breakdown of it. Essentially, nothing transpires as far as physically goes. They come together, they have a conversation, there's a handshake. Michael does touch her elbow twice in conversation, not in a longing way, not too long. It was more of, just these two taps. Then she, walks away, and that's the end of it. Now, something that has been brought up, you do see it on the video, he slaps himself 3 times after the woman walks away. Is that something, why is he smacking himself? Is he saying, I shouldn't have said that, or to talk himself out of something? I don't know. But what we do know is there's no unwanted physical contact that we can tell from this video. Now, it's been later reported by the Marriott. This is essentially what they're saying. It was a verbal sexual harassment. It was a verbal sexual type of assault. And I'm going to give you quote unquote what they have said during the conversation. The court documents filed by the Marriott, it says that the woman claims that during the conversation with Michael Irvin, the NFL Hall of Famer, quote, said whether she knew anything about having a big black man inside of her. Michael Irvin has denied that. He says that's not how I talk. Quote, I don't speak like that. I've never spoken like that. I totally deny saying that. From what the video says, you can't hear any audio, of course. There are no people around them at the time that they're having this conversation. But the lawyer makes really good points. You can't tell from their interaction that any kind of unwanted words were said. Now, if you do look at the video, the lawyer did a great job of breaking it down. There was a manager of the Marriott I'm assuming over the lady in this video. He is upset for whatever reason. Now you got to watch the rest of the video to watch him break it down. But for whatever reason, he's upset at the woman in question. And as soon as he finished talking to Michael Irvin, she goes away and with the manager, and they talk about whatever. And he seemed to be upset before all of this happened. Before, she could probably recount any story that could have transpired. So he's trying to get her attention away from Michael Irvin, and then this interaction happens. As far as duration, the conversation lasted maybe a minute, maybe a little bit over it. I'm not quite sure, if those kind of words were spoken within a minute. Maybe to me it's going to come down to he said, she said. Of course, she's claiming that her and the Marriott are claiming this is what has been said. They're going to have to prove it because Michael Irvin has filed a $100 million lawsuit against the Marriott for the allegations against him. Whether it's going to be for defamation, for a few other things, because he did miss out on NFL paychecks, whether that's appearances, whether that's Super Bowl coverage with the NFL Network, and he has not been on the NFL Network since. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I don't know. It's just they're talking. What concerns me, the only thing that gives me pause is the 3 slaps at the end, and you'll see it. He slaps himself, and I'm like, why are you slapping yourself? What's going on? So, anyway, that's what things stand now currently. Y'all let me know what you all think in the comments below.
But we got to come in now because here she comes. He sees her back there where he's vectored, and he comes up, the manager, and you'll see him when he sees her. Watch his expression when he does. See the claps? I don't know what that is. Then he comes up here, and you can see he's visibly frustrated at what's going on somehow with her. Now let's take the focus back to Michael and her, because you can see they have friendly interaction. The body language is good. and they're just talking. In fact, if you see, he keeps more space from him than he does when he's talking to any male at any point in the bar. Some of y'all probably wish you keep more space when he talks to you. Guy's pacing, hitting his hands. He's upset over there on the left with whatever's happening. The guy in the gray up top, that's the security guard that's wandering around. He'll circle around many times around Michael. Pause it 1 second. But we've been going for a while. They're having a lot of conversation. As Marriott released in their statement, they said basically, he said one word to her, an offensive, vulgar thing that he did not say, and it's clear from the video and from these witnesses. But they have a very lengthy conversation, and no one's trying to tell us what that is. Go ahead. That's where she tells some kind of joke, I believe, to him. You see him kind of bend over. She's shaking her head back and forth like that. He walked in closer to her. She didn't back up at all. Now they're shaking hands. Now I want you to watch the end interaction here. Because she's going to kind of, when the people come up, she'll kick her leg. As she walks off, she's still talking to Michael over the shoulder. All friendly. There you go. Kicks her leg. And see right here, she's going to look back over her shoulder and take it with Michael. Now pause it. Pause it. Okay. They claim he was leering at her. When he looks back at the bar, she's way gone. Because you're about to watch, she's going to go over here, and that guy is going to go he's going to get very visibly upset with her. And basically, there's somebody who's, I don't want to use the word abusive, but there's somebody who's really being forward to her. This gentleman here, it wasn't Michael. So watch what happens. Okay, go ahead and roll the tape. You see him grab her, and she follows that pause. Now Michael's looking over there for the first time. He's not watching her. He's talking to these guys. You'll see in a second they turn around and they start talking to him, the guy in the white hat. Okay, go ahead.